My name is Bonnie Harris. I live in St. Paul, Minnesota, and I am the founder of a company called Wax Marketing, which is an integrated marketing communications firm that I've had for, I guess, over 20 years now. And I teach capstone and cause marketing in the program. I teach for a few reasons. First of all, it really helps keep me up to date because I am continually working with people in a university environment where being knowledgeable of the latest things in IMC and in marketing is very important. I also teach because it builds my network on a continual basis. I have friends who are former students, who are, of course, other instructors, and that's just one of the biggest gifts I've gotten from teaching in this program. And I guess the other reason is that I just really love it. I had no idea when I started teaching. I went through the program I graduated in 2007. And I thought, wow, that would be really interesting to try. I'd been a trainer for other organizations, but teaching has just become something that I really, really like to do. I'm really lucky because what I do every day is integrated marketing. Now, naturally, that's shifted from the beginning of when I started my company, and a lot of the work that I did was earned media because I work mainly with smaller to medium-sized companies who don't have really large paid media budgets. But now that so much is about content and owned media, I work in that world almost, I guess I'd say 90% of the time every day. So it's never hard for me to bring examples from the real world because I'm dealing with it every day. Well, it's a little bit more challenging in an asynchronous program, obviously. But one of the things that I think is great about this program is that the way that the discussions are set up is so that they really encourage kind of back and forth. The other thing that I really try to do is make myself available outside of the portal if students are having issues. One of my favorite things is obviously getting to know these students and connecting with them on a personal level. And so I try to make myself available as much as I can to engage for questions or even just to kick around some ideas for their assignments. Many times I'll engage with them obviously digitally via email or something like that, but I've found over the years that trying to create a really sort of warm conversational voice digitally is important, and it tends to kind of bring them toward you a little bit faster when one can do that. I do actually have an example from one of my classes about engaging with a student, and this particular student was struggling quite a bit. They didn't seem to catch on to some of the coaching that I was trying to do digitally. They didn't seem to understand the assignments. And I finally suggested that we have a phone call, which they avoided for quite some time. But when we did finally talk, I found out that they had a learning disorder that was really putting some roadblocks in front of how they were able to access and acquire the information. And apparently this had been something that in their undergraduate career, they've been told they wouldn't be able to continue into higher ed. And so we were able to work through that. And I was very proud of that. And that person is still a very good friend of mine to this day. Go-go boots. I would bring back go-go boots as a weird fashion trend in a heartbeat. And the more shiny and plastic and clackety-clack of the heels, the better.